situation, you kind of have to just hope that your heart and your brain and your fingers all come together and do what you want to do. That's ideal, but sometimes that's optimal. I mean, it's kind of like it's kind of like Mango versus Armada, right? Like Armada is the analytical, the one that breaks the game down to that extent. Mango is the one that plays with his gut, goes with his heart, and Armada obviously way more consistent than Mango.
And the thing is, like, so I think you really struck on something when you said that as you get into more situations, you get more and more answers. And I think the answers that you choose is what ends up defining your play style.
Right.
So if you take someone who is instinctive but successful, usually I think it's because they say, these several things can work here. What's my instinct say the best one is right now? But you still know what all those several things are. You're not just guessing what you should do. Pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it's one of the coolest aspects of this game is that you can play it kind of however you want in that sense. And
they're all they're all meta viable, right?
Yeah. No, I mean,
most of them are meta viable.
Honestly, it just feels like sometimes the instinctual player, the one that just goes with their gut, has the advantage if they're playing well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for consistency's sake, the more formulaic player is going to usually win out, and consistency is very important when it comes to a game like
tournament too, where you're playing so many matches.
Exactly.
And I mean, you just have a really strong baseline if you're going to know what to do in so many different spots.
Yeah.
That was a really cool edge cancel into backer.
Yeah. No, I think that's a very much like underrated aspect of like video games in general. Being good at video games is consistency. Like being able to do something once or every so often is sick. Especially if it's something that's really hard to pull off. But
jump read, wow,
that was so good there for MegaXmas.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. It just
not
struck
at all.
me. Yeah.
We haven't actually discussed this match very much. Nerd and MegaXmas are in a heater right now.
Yeah, they're really, really tight.
Yeah. But yeah, like consistency is more important. I mean, because unless you're just playing the game one time, you know what I mean? You want to be able to pull off what you pulled off more than once.
Yes.
And even if
then you start stringing good things together, right? Because you're so used to them. Yeah.
Exactly, because you've done it many times, and so it becomes easier and easier to do that situation. Whereas if you're pulling something crazy off, just all right, Nerd getting on the board with that win.
I think a big theme that game is MegaXmas took to the air a lot, and Nerd kind of beat him to the spot with especially Nair. Pretty often, especially for a Falco Ditto. So I think let's look to see how that kind of develops.
Yeah. MegaXmas going actually back to Battlefield.
Just the Nerd stage,
Nerd's favorite stage, apparently. See how it works out for him. But yeah, it's just, like if you're capable of pulling something crazy off every so often, you're not going to be able to do that all the time. The consistency is what's important, especially in a tournament setting and really any competitive game setting, you know what I mean? Consistency is more valuable than being able to do something crazy every so often. So, especially in a matchup as volatile as Falco Dittos, I think that shines even more. Same thing with Fox Dittos as well. It's just like the more consistent player tends to win.
What do you think about we talked about how different play styles can interact, and maybe you're the worst player, but you have a play style that's works really well, even in a Ditto like the Falco Ditto. What do you think about a player who tries to take on several different play styles and be able to sort of switch them in and out? Is that possible? Can someone's brain actually do that?
I think it's definitely doable, but it's very, very difficult. There's very few players that can actively switch on the fly like that.
And not just switch options, switch play styles.
Right, totally switch your play style. I mean, even the top players of Melee, the gods as we describe them, they have trouble kind of switching on the fly like that if they need to, but sometimes they can as well, which again, great edge guard there from Nerd. But yeah, again, it's just a matter of consistency. Like if you're consistent at your original play style, then it's easier.
You can branch out, right?
I think it's easier to branch out because there's just not as many options in your head. So when you're okay, the main option I have is not working, then
I have these two other backups.
Exactly. It's easier to try to switch those options. Whereas if you're trying to just let your gut do the thinking for you, then a weird situation comes up, then you don't really know. you're kind of second guessing yourself.
You're wishy-washy. Just I'll press some button that
exactly.
seems good most of the time.
You're kind of on the fence between a couple different options, so it can be detrimental actually.
Okay, gets the grab.
Okay. Again, great laser game from both Falcos, honestly. Oh! I don't know. I guess he thought he was going to land on stage with that down air.
Hey, you know what we have? Not a 3-0.
Not a 3-0?
That's right. 1-1. Are we going back to Battlefield 3 more times?
Another competitive set, and it looks like another Battlefield match. Yeah, here we go.
I mean, Battlefield is really good for Falco. I think the combos are really neat here because he's one of the characters that can do like those vertical shine combos that end up on the top platform.
Right. Yeah, no.
And on top of that, like the full hop, single full hop reaching the top platform allows a lot of like waveland mix-ups.
Yeah.
And then there's that on recovery too.
Yeah. Very true. It's generally a very good Falco Ditto stage. The one potential drawback being that you might get battlefielded on the edge, but your opponent might too. It's a Falco Ditto. So. Oh wow. Great.
There's like a slight delay,
punish
right?
on that, yeah.
Because the up tilt would have worked.
Punishing up tilt is actually so hard.
Yeah.
He literally just punished up tilt for the kill. That's super impressive.
Yeah, usually it's like a soft punish. You're like, oh, you up tilted. That gives me like a little bit of time to like maybe approach.
Maybe a shine at best. Like he just straight up killed him with the back air off the up tilt, and then wow, the shield drop back air.
MegaXmas has turned it on since game 1.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. Nerd gonna get that back air and take the stock.
He really waited at the end of that combo to get that last back air.
Yeah, I think that's one of the cool things about spacey matchups, Falco Dittos, Fox Dittos, Fox vs. Falco. All of them, you kind of have those situations where it's actually optimal to just wait a second before you jump, because obviously your short hop and your full hop have very distinct heights, especially for Falco. They're
the highest
night and day.
The highest full hop and the shortest short hop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, if you have those situations where they popped up a little bit too high for a full hop, a little bit too low for a short hop, just give it a sec.
Give it a second, maybe they'll fall.
High percent, you probably got all day. Just give it a minute, and then you can follow up from there. So one of my favorite things to do in Falco Dittos actually is get the... ooh.
You okay?
Okay, yeah, he's fine.
Yep. That's the reverse grab you were talking about before.
Yeah.
Reverse ledge grab. Yeah.
Super good. But yeah, if you have your opponent popped up, like let's say like right above a platform, what I like to do is...
Side platform?
Yeah, side platform. You short hop into your shine. Oh, this might be the... Yeah, there it is. Good stuff from MegaXmas. Up 2-1 now in the set. Probably going back to Battlefield based on what we've seen so far.
Would be surprised if there's anything else.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you pop them off, pop them right above the side platform, you do a short hop, shine turn around, and then you start your bear right out of the shine. And so you get a soft reverse bear, puts them right in front of the edge.
So you're like down smash, forward smash, whatever.
Short hop dare is usually the go-to, but
depending on what side of the platform you're on.
Yeah, exactly. It's super cool looking too.
Yeah. You guys gotta watch out for the chillin' Falco.
I'm saying I should thug finals. Where's Vince? Talk to Gimmer.
Let's make it happen.
Put me on versus the winner. I'll bop. Unless it's Magi. I think Magi is gonna destroy me. But see if Nerd can force a game 5 here.
So that's like a really cool thing we've been seeing the Falcos do with their lasers. Wow, yeah. There aren't that many situations in Melee where you can just kind of keep someone so like the laser keeps them in the same place, and you don't know when the option is coming.
Right.
Maybe they come forward grab, maybe they come forward aerial, maybe they fake it. And they can do it whenever they want because you're kind of just trapped there on the edge.
Yeah.
And if they don't do anything and you bite on a roll and they just shoot another laser, they can follow that.
Yeah, for sure. So many mix-ups there. Oh, nice from Nerd. But he doesn't get on the edge. He could have literally just got on the edge, and that would have been stock.
Thought he was done.
Yeah, I think, just figured it was over regardless, but MegaXmas living for now.
Yeah, Nerd's still in pretty firm control. They're boxing on the edge. Jab checks.
Okay, good dash attack from Nerd.
You see the dash dance work a little bit. Not able to get a huge punish. Now MegaXmas is mounting a little bit of a comeback.
Gets that back air. See what he can do with this edge guard. Great edge guard.
And he doesn't rush it, and I really like that. Because if you down smash too early, you just miss altogether and get punished by Shine.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to take your time with it.
Like one good way to increase your accuracy is to know when you don't have to be as fast as possible.
Right.
And that's part of being consistent.
For sure. Oh, and MegaXmas is mounting a comeback here.
Misses the platform waveland, still in an advantageous position.
Wow, great platform movement from MegaXmas right there.
Yeah, he's the down air.
Man, Nerd needs to find something right now. Okay, gets the laser forward tilt and
okay, does it again. He uses that nair to cover, and I think that probably works best on Battlefield, and it makes sense that he would know that because he apparently only plays on Battlefield.
That's the stage he loves.
Because, you know, you can't like ride the wall like you would on another stage so reliably. So you get the nair to cover anything that would go on stage, and then anything that's falling down, maybe you have time for a down smash, forward smash, F tilt, who knows?
Yeah.
Dealer's choice.
No, that was... It's crazy that we've only seen Nerd play on Battlefield the entire time. Clearly a fan of the stage. Oh, he's got an opportunity here to force game 5. See what he can do.
Yeah, if MegaXmas takes this one, that's it for Nerd in the set. And it kind of feels like he's like been winning for very much of the set overall, at least in like, you know, from one game or the other.
Yeah. And
then MegaXmas does something like this. In fact, Nerd was up this game.
Yeah, he definitely was.
Waits for the roll.
Nice little comeback, and he's got an opportunity to end it. Okay, a little bit high on that laser. Might have been a laser reset.
He was dancing on him. He was waiting for the roll. Nerd not biting.
Oh, wait a
big
sec.
punish. Do we get the shine? He does.
And
up tilt.
Oh, great stuff from Nerd. Going for the full hop dare. That's what he needed to force a game 5 here. We got game 5, the first game 5 that we've seen in the Falco round robin. MegaXmas versus Nerd. I wonder what stage it could possibly be, Snacks. What do you think?
The fated stage of any Nerd set. I mean, I can't guess anymore.
Dreamland.
Yeah, obviously. KJ64.
Here we go.
What a way to end game 4. I mean, obviously it's tied, but if you're Nerd, you kind of feel like you got the
momentum's swinging back in your favor a little bit for sure, but he needs to build on that. He needs to make a lot happen on this first stock, I think. This first stock is going to determine a lot.
So much of this game is about perspective. Like, if you're MegaXmas, you can look at it 2 ways. 1, I had it, this is fine. 2, it's slipping away from me, I'm choking. Right. And then from Nerd's perspective, it's like, wow, I didn't deserve that. Can I possibly win? Or, like, what a clutch comeback. We're going to be fine. And, like, depending on how those two interact, like, if one is positive and the other's negative, I think it's just, like, almost a wash.
Yeah. It's crazy how much mindset means in Melee. Really any competitive anything. Yeah. It's
and what's cool is the really top level players are able to see which of those 2-ish like moods you're feeling, and then they take advantage. Like if you feel like I'm getting this is like that, I didn't deserve that, I can't believe I won, and then you start to get a little choppy.
Yeah.
And they sort of get like maybe a little over aggressive. Like I really need to prove something now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, I mean, on the flip side, too, if you're just feeling really good about how you're playing, sometimes you start to get a little bit overconfident in yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Top players will prey on that.
Yeah, because you're letting loose, and they just leave a little bit of empty space.
Exactly.
Come punish. Yeah.
But, yeah, right now, MegaXmas, slight lead here in game 5.
Really like that little up air poke on the top. Yep.
The fall through shine was really nice there from Nerd.
Jab missed. Doesn't get the laser either. Okay, Nerd looks like he's able to close out the stock probably. Yeah.
Great laser to cut off the double jump.
A little bit of platform pressure. Okay, Nerd takes the lead.
Oh.
Wow, follows the roll.
Okay.
Big combo lasers.
Wow. Oh, man. Okay, but he gets it anyway. Wow, Nerd with an amazing stock right there.
I mean, yeah, that was an uncontested stock. He just destroyed
textbook.
MegaXmas wants to do the same. Instead, we get the little slide-off action.
Oh, man. Nerd is really coming into his groove right now.
Some jabs. Yep, and MegaXmas is doing it right back, meeting him in the air. That's what we saw earlier in the set.
Okay, up throw, back air, might be stock. MegaXmas going for some lasers, might have been better off going to the edge, but it's last stock, game 5.
The first one in Falco Mafia so far.
Yeah.
And I mean, it could go either way, as they say, right?
For sure. Right now, this is anyone's game. Nerd getting an opening here. Let's see what he can do. Gets that back air.
Excellent, excellent recovery there.
Yeah. Nerd able to cover, actually, that edge cancel attempt from the side B ledge hop.
I really like that cross-up nair on the platform into shield drop back air. I think that was uncontestable.
There it is. That should be it. Oh, okay. Nerd getting on the board here. 3-2, just barely taking it over MegaXmas.